ladies and gentlemen. My name is Obaid Shah. Tonight, we are experiencing history as we premiere the first ever episode of the Bench Mob Scrubs podcast. It is with great humility and honor to share this podcast with three of the finest gentlemen I have ever come across. I welcome Ibrahim Chaudhry, Daniel Azim, and Yusuf Saeed.
What's going on, guys?
Bro, I love that intro. I felt like I was on an NPR podcast.
Very true. Very true.
Daniel,
Where's
are you?
Daniel
Where you at, dude? You gotta say
I'm
hello to
here.
everyone.
Hey guys,
I
how's it going?
Hello.
Dude, what the
You gotta
heck?
you gotta introduce yourself, man. I'm giving you the rope. You gotta take it, man.
Yeah, he's giving you
Hey
a
guys.
softball.
Hey guys,
if-
Daniel. You gotta let me talk then. You're
Wow,
like,
dude.
bro, like after a second, you're not letting me talk.
Oh,
Hey guys, hey guys.
Is that all you're saying? Oh. Say no
so
more.
much
We
got
got
it.
it.
Wait, somebody should have a counter of how many
I,
times Daniel says, "Hey guys."
We're at 4. I got you.
Yeah, I think 5.
You know, we're
Well, I
actually
was
very
just-
we're very lucky today that we have Ibrahim here because one of our colleagues, he was out actually for a few weeks with what procedure do you have done? You got your wisdom teeth taken out?
You know, I've had a lot of injuries in my day.
Right.
You know, back in my prime when I was breaking Yo-Yo's ankles every day at Rice Center.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
wow. Dude,
But I
come on,
never
man.
had a recovery like I did after I got my wisdom teeth out. You know, I just consulted with my primary dentist, Obaid Shah. Fortunately, he's out of state. He told me that my dentist should have gave me steroids.
That's right.
You know, but unfortunately, because he's gone, I had to go to some second-rate guy that, you know, I probably shouldn't say that. This dude might listen to the podcast.
You didn't
Yeah.
say his name.
Yeah, that's okay. Honestly, I would have given you steroids because I just want you to get jacked, dude. And there's no negative repercussions whatsoever, right?
Yeah, I know. Arnold Schwarzenegger said you're good. Just take as many as you
Yeah.
want.
Right, Yusuf? You're a physician. There's nothing wrong with taking steroids, right, dude?
Yeah. Go
If
ahead,
anything, the
give us-
COVID vaccine is more dangerous than steroids, right? You
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I can't.
It's weird because I got it recently and I've just been getting like spider webs
COVID
coming
You
out of
or
my
did?
wrist.
Oh, you did? You got the vaccine already?
No, I'm just
Fake
kidding.
news.
Fake
Fake
news.
news.
Fake
I did.
news.
All right. So, folks, today we're going to converse about the upcoming NBA season, our thoughts, predictions, and hot takes, and also COVID's impact on the 2020 and 2021 upcoming NBA season. So, guys, aside from the Chicago Bulls, which I know is your favorite team, maybe I don't know about you, Ibrahim. I know you like the Mavericks, but what teams are you guys looking forward to
Hey,
watching?
Luca!
So, I assume the Dallas Mavericks, Ibrahim. Is that true?
I'm so sorry. I just got pumped when you said the Mavericks. What was the question?
My question was, what teams are you looking forward to watching?
Well, I'm really excited to see the Warriors with Steph
Okay.
Curry back. I'm really interested to see how they're gonna, you know, bring in that number 2 pick and Wiggins and how that entire dynamic's gonna go down. I'm
Okay.
really interested in seeing the Nets. And just for fun, I want to see how the Hornets do. I saw the first couple preseason games with the Ball running point, and he's exciting to watch, and he's going to bring an element to that franchise that, you know, they haven't had ever. So I'm excited to watch those 3 teams, and obviously, you know anytime the Blazers or the Lakers play, it's always a good game. But those 3, I think, are going to be special this year.
Okay, what about you guys? What do you think, Yusuf and Danielle?
Well, I'm gonna start off by saying year 18 for LeBron James. This man is turning 36 years old, his 18th year, and he's still the best basketball player in the league. So for me, I want to see, how long can he sustain this? It's gonna
Does
be very
everybody agree
exciting.
with? Does everybody agree with that? That you consider LeBron the best player in the world right now? Is that true?
I would say
Yeah,
statistically.
definitely.
And sorry, go ahead, Danny.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, definitely. I think he's still the best player by far. I know that Kevin Durant is coming back, but what LeBron does for his team and for his people around him, I think he makes them better. And he always steps it up in the playoffs. And I think we've seen that. We feel like, at least me, I always think that his team's gonna struggle. Last year, I thought that the Lakers were not gonna go deep in the playoffs, but LeBron proved me wrong once again, and I'm not gonna bet against that guy. at least for now, even though he keeps getting older, but he's always healthy and he's always getting better and he's always getting his team better. So I would say he's definitely the best NBA player right now.
Yeah. So, with all that.
I don't get a shot at that question.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Ibrahim. Go ahead.
I definitely agree with Yusuf and Daniel on statistically and in the playoffs, LeBron James, you want him on your team. But in terms of the best player in the league, 48 minutes a game, 82 games out of the year, I'm going to take Giannis. But in the playoffs, LeBron just knows how to win.
Okay.
Regular season doesn't matter.
That certainly is a hot take. Well, speaking of Giannis, he
Get
just
your
signed
load
his-
management ass out of
Wait,
here.
hold on.
Regular season does not matter. Okay,
Hold
come on, bro.
There's still 2 other teams that I'm looking forward to, Ubaid.
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. Who are the other teams, bud?
Well, so the other one is watching my guy Jimmy Buckets down in Miami. This guy took a huge step forward last year, especially in the bubble, man. Going one-on-one against Miami. I mean,
Yeah.
the Lakers.
Wow, he was going against his own team.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
This guy's crazy. No, but he's going up against the Lakers. He's going against LeBron James and AD, right? Arguably the best dynamic duo in the league right now. He lost Dragic, and I think Bam Adebayo was out for
Yes.
like a game or 2 or something like that.
Yes.
And they still went to game 6. He's a young guy. He knows how to win. I'm really excited to see what Miami can do this year, building off of last year. And then just for the hilariousness of it all
You want
is
to try that again, bud?
yeah. Let me try it again.
Okay, good.
The dysfunctionality of the Brooklyn Nets
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Actually,
with Kyrie
Yeah.
Irving
Mhm.
and Kevin Durant. I think that's going to be.
I mean, you have
interesting to-
you know how you brought up Anthony Davis and LeBron being arguably the best 1-2 duo in the NBA. Along with other greats. You can put in Luka, Kristaps. But you definitely can't end that conversation without having Kyrie and Durant there. But good points with their dynamic. Obviously Kyrie always causes a stir in the media, being sometimes not meeting the media or even talking negatively about them, and then Kevin Durant either not directly talking to them or using his burner accounts to talk behind anybody's back. So that's gonna be.
We've all been there, man. We've all been there.
Plus, they're,
I mean,
he's coming off a major injury, and a lot of times with the type of game that he has, it can impact long term. And I don't know, talent wise, they're probably the most talented team in the East, but getting there necessarily mentally, I don't know, because we saw last year the Clippers were the favorites by everybody going to the finals. I don't name me an analyst and I can tell you or find you a video what one point in the season that they consider the Clippers to be the best team or locked to go to the NBA finals, and they blew a 3-1 lead. So I don't know, the talent is there, but I do agree they're going to be an interesting watch for the rest of the year. I personally don't think they will go to the finals. The interesting dynamic that we recently found out was Giannis resigning, and I think that was a huge deal that changed the landscape of the NBA, because we had a lot of teams vying for him next summer, right? Because they were opening up salary cap space to potentially sign him, from Golden State to Miami to New York, all these teams that were interested in signing him. But now he's re-signed with Miami. He's kept them basically a top 3 seed for the next 5 years, correct? Everybody at least agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I definitely think it was a grown man move, signing up with the Bucks and trying to build a contender there.
I think
If he
so.
can
I
bring
mean, it's a different dynamic because he is a European player. He has that European background, and you can see, I guess, that loyalty maybe built in you if you want to go back to the Dirk Nowitzkis of the, I know that's one of your favorite player of all time, Raheem, but he had that same mentality, but it's different, a lot different than these college kids or AAU kids coming in and wanting kind of their own way. And I respect that, but I don't think that was the best decision for him in terms of winning, at least. But he's set financially for the rest of his life, and 3 lives probably if he had, but I don't think he's gonna really necessarily get a championship out of this personally.
So just a couple thoughts on that. So I do have the Bucks coming out with the number 1 seed on the East. I don't know if this is the year they get to the finals, but I do have them finishing the year with the best record. But I will say this: if Giannis gets 1 chip in Milwaukee, that one chip is going to be worth, to me, it's going to be worth more than KD's 2 chips in Golden State. It's going to be, that one chip is going to be like Dirk's chip down in Dallas.
I can see that. Yeah. But you know what I'm looking forward to the most? I'm looking forward to the West. Man, it's going to be a crazy year. Let me read off some teams for you guys. Utah Jazz, Portland, Denver, Houston, Dallas, Pelicans, Phoenix, Lakers, Clippers, Warriors. Those are 10 teams. It's going to be a battle. They all should make the playoffs. But it's sad that 2 of them are going to be left out. It's going to be a really fun season. The Warriors are definitely going to be in the mix. Steph Curry's coming back. Wiseman, new center. I really like the Kelly Oubre pickup as well. Phoenix getting Chris Paul, who's a great leader. And they were just killing it at the end of the year with Devin Booker maybe coming into an MVP setting. With the Pelicans, they're young. They got a nice coach now. And they got Zion, who looks like he's going to be a beast as long as he stays healthy. The Rockets, that is a team that with Harden, is giving issues right now. So I could see them dropping out. But with Harden, he's one of the best scorers in the game. And he can, he definitely should make the playoff. Then we got the Jazz, who had a good year. They have Mitchell and got some other shooters as well as Mike Conley. The Nuggets, who went pretty far and deep, as well as the Trailblazers, who I really loved last year with Dame, as well as they got healthy, and I think they're going to be better this year with Nurkic. And they picked up a couple other people as well. They picked up to help out. I think they got this shooter. I forgot, Josh Richardson or someone else. I'm forgetting. And my surprising pick to come out of I think Lakers are everyone's favorite, and I don't blame everyone. But one surprise pick, I'll tell you guys, Ibrahim, you're going to be happy with this. The Mavs.
What? You got the Mavs coming out the West.
I'm not saying I do. I'm saying they have the best chance besides the Lakers coming out of the West. Doncic, you know how old he is, bro? Bro, look,
he's 21.
He's 21, bro. Guess what we were doing at 21? We were in juniors in college, bro. He's so mature. He has a swag. He's clutch. I think he's gonna be. They're gonna have a really good team. They got good experience. They should have won last year if Porzingis didn't get injured, and Porzingis is an all-star as well. So I'm excited for the West. The East, you have a couple of teams here and there, but West, man, it's stacked. It's gonna be a battle every day. You can have one team be the first. I wouldn't be surprised if the Blazers are in the top 3-4, or they're fighting it out, and that's what's gonna be most exciting in the on the Western Conference. So I'm looking forward to that the most.
Yo, who are the 8 teams you have coming out the West?
It's going to be tough. So
you got to pick something, bro.
No, I'm telling you. No, I'm saying I told you the 10 teams. The team that I see dropping out are the Rockets because of the drama that Harden's going to or he's going to get traded, one or the other. And the other team that I think is going to drop out, it's going to be tough, but I think the Jazz are going to drop out. So I have the Blazers, I have the Nuggets, I have Dallas, I have Pelicans, Warriors, Clippers, Phoenix.
So I'm going to give you my 8, and I'm going to give you the seeding also.
Go ahead.
I'm going to have the Nuggets at the number 1 seed coming out the West, the Blazers at the number 2, the Lakers at the number 3, the Clippers at the 4, the Mavs at the 5, the Jazz at the 6, the Warriors at the 7, and the Suns at the 8.
Bro, you're down on the Suns. I think they're gonna be better than that. But
bro, you see them going over. Like, what team do you think they're gonna be better? The 7 seed is amazing in the West.
It is.
Win 45 games.
That's true. I mean, you could have a 2-game difference between the 2nd and the 7th seed, technically. Who did you drop then? You dropped a couple of teams.
So I dropped the Rockets.
The Rockets and the Thunder. The Thunder as well.
The Thunder aren't going to make it. They're not going to make it. They don't have any talent right now. They're building for the future.
I say the team that I think would be that I'm most looking forward to. There you go.
You got it.
Is probably going to be the Denver Nuggets because, as Daniel was saying, how young and talented and full of swag Luka Doncic is, which of course I agree. I think he's a phenomenal player, and he seems to be like a pretty good person as well.
Yeah.
All the Nuggets starters are under 25 years old. They're all really good. They're all very young, and Jamal Murray, you got a really good bench, and I think that team long term is going to be there for a long time.
Watch
And
out for that kid
can
Ball
we-
Bull. That guy
can we-
is gonna be good.
Can we use that opportunity to quickly segue? Because I think Obaid brought a really good point up with the Denver Nuggets. Everyone being under 25 and being a stellar team in the West. A guy
he's going to bring up
put
the
that team
Chicago Bulls,
together,
isn't he?
who is now with
Oh God,
Chicago Bulls, baby.
Dun, dun, dun.
Chicago Bulls.
I
And let me
know.
just say, honestly, I know we're talking about the NBA and the landscape and everything like that, and all of us are from Chicago. Some of us bigger Chicago Bulls fans than the others, but I don't think I have been this excited for a Chicago Bulls team since Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, and the Thibodeau era, honestly. Because, I don't know if have you guys gotten a chance to see them in the preseason, just a couple
have.
minutes or like a couple quarters or something like that. Man, that backcourt of Kobe
Yeah.
White and Zach LaVine is going to be something special as long as they stay healthy. And then even this Patrick Williams guy, man, who they just drafted at number 4, he's so smooth. He's so confident. I could see him starting for the Bulls a couple games into the season. They're so young. And then they're led by Billy Donovan, who led the Oklahoma City Thunder to the playoffs, who went to Game 7 against the Rockets, who had like a 1.5% chance of even making the postseason. So you have a proven coach who can develop players, right? You don't have Jim Boylan anymore, who is getting Kobe White off the bench. You have a guy who understands talent. And I'm telling you, man, I think for the Chicago Bulls, because the landscape and like the system has changed for the playoffs in this special season, because they're going to have 7 to 10 battle it out for spots 7 and 8 in the playoffs. Don't be surprised if you see the Chicago Bulls end up 10th in the East, but if it's a play-in game, spark that, energy and confidence and squeak into the playoffs, man. I'm liking their energy this year to like the 2015 Chicago Cubs, who nobody had any expectations, and then they found themselves in the playoffs. And then, ultimately they're a young team, so nobody expects them to go far, and I don't expect them to go far, but that is such a big confidence booster for them going on. That's my 2 cents on the Chicago Bulls. I had to kind of
No.
squeeze that in.
No, Yusuf, you bring up a good point about having that 7 to 10 that playoff. I think they
Yeah,
started that because
like
of
a
COVID.
mini playoff thing.
Exactly. Do you have picks 1 through 8, or not in particular in order, but the 8 teams that you think will legitimately have a shot to make the playoffs?
In
From
the
West,
East?
or-
Yes, in the East.
Oh,
Man, that's a good question. I haven't put like crazy thought into it, but obviously I don't know what like the rank list will be for right now. I still have to gauge where I stand on that. But I mean, Milwaukee is a team that is, going to be in the playoffs. You got the Miami Heat, who's going to be in the playoffs. You have the Nets, who will make the playoffs, I think. The 76ers, the Celtics, the Raptors, and then the Chicago Bulls.
Bro,
Come on, Daniel, you're
I
with
think
me, right?
I agree. No, I agree.
Because
I
think about it. That
No,
7 to 10 system, it's free for all. It's like a mini March Madness type thing. You know what I mean? So
I would not be surprised if the Bulls get anywhere from 6 to 8 this year in the playoffs.
I've got my 10 if you want to hear it.
Go ahead.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Number 1 seed, I got the Bucks. Number 2, the Raptors. Number 3, the Celtics. Number 4, the Heat. Number 5, the 76ers. Number 6, the Nets. And then 7 to 10, I got the Pacers, Hawks, Wizards, and Bulls.
Interesting.
I think the Bulls are going to surprise people, Yusuf. I agree. I think it's a lot of the mentality that Donovan's going to bring.
Yeah.
We got a young group of players. I think they're going to be excited to play under him. They're going to trust his system because they've seen what he did last year with the Thunder. So I see them playing really well, and I think we have a good chance of, surprising people. So don't be shocked if the Bulls are top 6 seeded when it comes to the playoffs, because I think we're going to look back and Kobe White is going to be a really good player. Levine, I think, is an all-star, definitely. I agree. I know I bashed on the Patrick Williams pick, but I think he is very, very calm and very, very smooth for a 21-year-old kid. He's very, very smooth. And even the Stacey King was talking about it when I saw the game. He's like, man, this guy's every shot he misses, even it just makes it look smooth and easy, and that's going to be great for the future. And he doesn't care about points. He's a full team player, going to get the rebounds, going to get the assists, going to do the right thing, the small things that matters, and that's going to lead to the win and make him a better player. So I think they know what they're doing. I'm not gonna butcher his name, but he came from the Nuggets. I'm not even gonna try, AK. I'm not even gonna try, but I think he knows what he's doing. And us Bulls fans, especially myself, I think we got to give him a year or two and see what they're able to produce. But I think we're headed the right way. We at least have one team, not the Bears, the Bulls, that are headed in the right direction. That's a topic for another conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
but go ahead, Abid.
go ahead. No, it's okay. Go ahead. I was actually going to change the topic.
No, I was just going to do a quick rundown of my thoughts about the Bulls.
Yep,
I think
go
the
ahead.
biggest shift this year is with Billy Donovan. He's actually going to play the young players.
Mm.
The thing that
Yeah.
frustrated me the most last year, we would have Kobe White come out, have a great game, and the next game he starts off the bench and
Yeah.
gets like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
The fact that I feel like Billy Donovan is going to help White and Levine play through mistakes. Like I remember vividly last year, Levine had 40 points in a game, and
Jim Boylan.
I already forgot his name.
Yeah,
He wanted to
good.
take him out. And Levine's like, I got 40 points, and he kept them in, and he hit the game winner from the logo, like just inside half court. And so I think with the Bulls, they're actually going to play their young guys and develop them. I think they're going to make some noise. I think they're going to be a part of that play-in tournament for the seeds that are 7 to 10. The big thing there is I think they're 1 year away in terms of experience. That's my gut feeling. I feel like, with the talent they've brought in and just with Billy Donovan's system, I think these guys are going to need a year to get over everything they went through with Boylan and the previous leadership. But I feel like they're going to be right there. I wouldn't be surprised if they snuck in, but I think next year they're going to really dominate and have the foundation to make some real noise in the East.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Now, with all the teams that we're looking forward to and how much each team could potentially improve, what's a team that you guys have on the radar that you think could disappoint next year? And that not just from an injury standpoint, but overall in terms of talent that they've lost. What team do you think that we looked highly upon last year that is going to take a tumble this year?
Oh, okay. I can talk about that. Looking at the teams, especially in the East, I think one team that's going to disappoint are the Raptors.
How are
I
they going
think
to
they're
disappoint? What are we expecting from the Raptors?
You have them second seed in the East, don't you?
I mean, I don't have them making noise in the East. I don't have them making noise in the playoffs.
Dang, dude, Daniel's taking notes.
What do you mean? You just said.
I think they're going to be the number 2 seed. I think they're going to win a lot of games. They play hard. They play smart. But when it comes playoff time, like you said, the regular season ain't the playoffs.
They're not, but I mean, they went pretty far last year. I feel like.
Went to the second round, right?
Yeah. Who'd they lose to?
How far is that, bro?
That's it's farther than us.
Didn't
or the other
they
team.
lost to the Celtics, I think.
They lost to the Celtics.
Yeah.
I think that's a team that's going to disappoint in regards to the record as well. I think Siakam is a good player, but I think he got a little too much hype last year, and he disappointed in the playoffs. I don't know if you guys saw the stats,
I
but
mean, it was like
terrible.
DeMar DeRozan type.
It was
disappointment.
or even worse. I thought.
I know.
So that's
And
one
okay,
team.
Yeah.
So
the
in
baby
terms of the-
Raptors.
Oh God. But in terms of the East, I think that's one team. I think they have a good coach and stuff, but I think they're not gonna be top 3-4 seeded as they have been in the past couple of years. So that's one team I think that's gonna disappoint. The one team on the Western Conference that I think will not be as good as people are thinking are the Jazz. I think they have Mitchell. who's a good player, and Rudy Gobert, but I don't, and which is why I don't have them making the playoffs. I think they're not going to be as good. I don't think they have any other.
You don't have them making the playoffs?
Time out. You
I
don't
don't
think
have them-
that you think the Jazz are an okay team and not that good? I mean, they were up 3-1 on the Denver Nuggets, who happened to go to the Western Conference Finals, and they have, my opinion, Donovan Mitchell, one of the best up-and-coming young players in the NBA. He
And
is
I
a
need to
Kobe.
add to that. I need to
My
add to
opinion,
that.
he's a Kobe Bryant light. That's what he is.
Okay, I
I
want to
don't
go
know
that
about
far.
That's a little far. No, but listen.
Why do you have to always take it to like the next
listen.
level?
No, but here, give me a chance.
No,
Give me a chance. 1 second. Give me a second.
Hold up. Okay. Hold up.
It's not about. It's a team
Order,
sport.
order.
Oh, this is crazy.
Okay. So my thing is in the Western Conference. When I say disappoint, I mean not making the playoffs. And when I say that, I'm gonna list off my teams again. The Warriors, they're gonna make the playoffs.
Okay, no.
Clippers.
Don't do that. Give me your 1 to 8 seed and tell me who's beating the.
Okay, I'll tell you. In my opinion, who the 1 through 8 seed is gonna be. Number 1 is gonna be the Lakers. Number 2 is gonna be the Nuggets. Number 3 is gonna be the Clippers. Number 4, it's gonna be the Mavs. Number 5 is gonna be the Portland Trail Blazers. Number 6, Phoenix. Number 7, Pelicans, and number 8, if Harden 6th round, the Rockets.
You didn't say the Warriors.
I did.
So
I
you're
said-
saying the Rockets have a better shot at the playoffs than the Utah Jazz?
Wait.
Oh, wait a second. I might have missed
Wait,
someone. Hold
you
on.
missed the Warriors. You said you had
Did I
the
miss
Warriors
the
going to
Warriors?
playoffs. You listed 8 teams. You did not list the Warriors.
Scratch that out. Hold up. I was like, I missed someone. Hold up. That's why I was like, the Rockets? I'm like,
No, dude.
wait a second.
This is
I
what's
have the
gonna
Rockets
happen.
and the Jazz out. No, listen. I gotta say this again. Sorry. Lakers number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, the Nuggets. Number 3, the Clippers. Number 4, the Mavs. Number 5, the Blazers. Number 6, the Warriors. Number 7, Phoenix, and number 8, Pelicans. So I have the Rockets and the Jazz not making the playoffs.
You think
That's
the
my final
Pelicans
take.
are better than the Jazz?
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
No, but I think
Wow.
he's saying that, no, but
No,
I
the
think he's saying that
talent-wise-
if Zion Williamson stays
Yeah,
healthy,
definitely.
of
I'm
course, you
basing
know?
it
I
off
mean,
of I'm basing it off of Zion being there full year
I
and
mean,
having an
I-
impact.
I think you guys are severely underrating the Jazz. I mean,
hey,
Donovan
I
Mitchell,
didn't say
that-
anything.
Oh, I got
he's
them
a-
at the 6
he's
seed.
a
I don't think- I
great
think they're
fella.
He is.
He-
But who do you take out of those?
electrifying.
Look, I'll tell you.
He's
I'll
the
tell you.
most
I'll tell
electrifying
you.
man in sports entertainment.
Okay, he's not the
That's a
Rock.
different
You
guy.
gotta raise your
No.
hand.
He's amazing. They have Jordan Clarkson
Oh
as a
my
bench
gosh.
player. They have
Yusuf, who
Rudy
do you have?
Gobert. They have White Lightning Joe Ingles. Are you kidding me?
White Lightning.
Okay, hold on.
So who do you have not making the playoffs from those teams?
I'm gonna say the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Given,
But besides
given
the Rockets,
what's
I
going
didn't
on
have,
right now.
do you
who
have
did
the Jazz in the playoffs?
Oh, the Blazers maybe. I don't know, man. Like they-
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I'm a huge Damian
Whoa.
Lillard guy, but I don't know. I just feel like there's just so many good Western Conference teams.
There is. It's
Uh,
tough.
Yusuf, should I tell the viewers or listeners actually your actual views on Damian Lillard and how for the longest time you thought he was better than Steph Curry? Are you kidding me? You want to tell them
There
the
was this
truth,
one
Yusuf?
Bro.
Not- I have screenshots. I don't know how I'm going to show them. I don't know how to show
Anyways,
the
I'm talking
listeners,
about the
but I have
Houston Rockets
screenshots.
right now.
He has ammo,
Anyways, about the
and he's
Houston
okay to use them.
No,
But Yusuf,
No,
real
this got
question though: who do
personal real
you
quick.
I'm
who
telling
do
you, my
you
big
not have?
the biggest disappointment this year is going to be the Houston Rockets. Like it's clear as day. I don't know if anybody's been watching what's been happening with James Harden about how much power he has in the organization, and Charles Barkley just actually was talking about he doesn't even think LeBron James has as much power as James Harden does on the Houston Rockets, and that's not a winning mentality to have. You know, to be able to trade players away with like the snap of your fingers, like you're Thanos or something, it's crazy. So the thing is with James Harden, another good point that Charles Barkley brought up was, does his game translate to another system? You know, because the Rockets were all built around James Harden. And if James Harden leaves, which it looks like he's probably going to leave the Rockets, John Wall injury prone with DeMarcus Cousins, who's also injury prone. Man, they got a lot of pieces, but I just don't think they have enough to get to the West. Now, if they do trade James Harden to the Nets for like Spencer Dinwiddie and LeVert, then maybe they can kind of crawl into the playoffs. But that's the one team that I think is going to disappoint this year, given all the drama that surrounds them.
You know,
So
I agree.
likewise, the Brooklyn Nets as well. Honestly, I mean, they'll make the playoffs and stuff, but man, that is just a disaster waiting to happen between Kyrie.
Yusuf, I agree
Kevin
with you
Durant.
on the Rockets and I agree with you on the Nets. I think one team that maybe you guys are overlooking in terms of being a consistent player that I think that's going to take a tumble. I'm not saying a huge tumble, is the Clippers because they have their own drama.
Oh yeah,
You know, I think the Clippers you guys all have them as a top 3 seed. No,
I don't.
in
I don't.
I
in
have them at a
whatever-
4 seed. Whoa.
I think
I
they're
don't
go-
even have them making the playoffs.
Whoa, what?
Oh, okay, Danielle.
I'm just joking.
I think they'll be at best a 4th seed. I think. I think they took a downgrade going from Doc Rivers to Tyler.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I really think so. And all this drama now with Kawhi Leonard and him kind of having, I'm not saying the same amount of power as James Harden, but influence and in terms of how and all the assets that they've gave away and putting in more money
Mhm.
into Paul George, into pandemic Paul? No,
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
Playoff. Paul.
I don't think that team is going to take a tumble. I don't even like their talent. Honestly, they're not going to be great, and they're going to end up losing. You know, they're going to end up losing Lou Williams, and they're going to end up probably losing Patrick Beverly. And those are, I think personally, those are the heart and soul of that team, offensively
also
and
lost.
defensively.
They also lost Joakim Noah. So
That was a big loss there, man. Big loss.
You're just
That's a
saying that because he was on the
generational
Bulls. He was on. You were just saying that because he was on the Bulls. Nobody
I love
cares about
Joakim
Joakim Noah
Hey,
anymore.
Obey, I have a question for you. Who do you
What's the question?
see missing in the Western playoffs? Which team do you see missing in the playoff run next year?
I definitely think as much as I'm rooting for them, I don't think the Oklahoma City Thunder will have much of an opportunity.
None of us have them. Okay,
Yes.
next.
I also don't believe the Houston Rockets will be making the playoffs
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
for sure.
But
And,
out of the other teams that I pointed, I want to know which teams you have. It sounds like you have the Jazz in the playoffs.
yeah, I'm in no specific order. Again,
Go
a
ahead.
lot of things can change. I'm gonna say Lakers make the playoffs, Clippers make the playoffs, the Nuggets make the playoffs, the Jazz make the playoffs, the Mavericks make the playoffs, the Grizzlies make the playoffs.
Ooh, with Ja Morant.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Trailblazers
No.
make the Trailblazers make the playoffs, and I don't, and I guess I don't want to overstate the importance of adding a veteran, but I do think the Phoenix Suns are going to make the playoffs as well because
So you're saying
adding-
the Mavs and the Pelicans are not going to make the playoffs?
Oh, he said the Mavs.
I said the Mavs.
Okay, so one second. You said the Warriors, Clippers, Lakers.
I didn't say the
Suns.
Warriors. I didn't say the Warriors.
Oh, you didn't say the.
I didn't say the
interesting.
Warriors. Yeah, I think
Wait, so
losing
you think
Clay.
the Blazers will make the playoffs, but the Warriors will not?
Yes, I do.
Warriors are not going to
Game
make the
time,
playoffs.
baby.
It's very.
I don't. As much as I love Steph Curry,
Yeah.
Chef Curry, 3-point specialist. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's can lead that team with what they have to the
Yeah.
playoffs.
That's
Can
a
I
bold
say
prediction.
something? No.
I
I agree
think
with
that
Obed.
the loss of Klay Thompson cannot be understated.
Yeah.
He is a phenomenal, the number 2 or he's a top 3 two-way player in the NBA.
Dude,
my opinion.
they don't even
He's-
have Iguodala either. You know,
He's
and
gone.
Iguodala was huge.
Draymond Green is not, I guess, who we thought he was, as the great Dennis Green said. You know, I don't think he's that great. And James Wiseman, yeah, he's the number 2 overall pick. He didn't really play a lot in college, so we don't really know his resume too much. And I don't know how he's going to fit in with that team because that's a run and gun team. He's a 7-footer. How is that going to impact the offense? And certainly defense will get better, but I think there's going to be a big impact on the offense. And not to understate, Steph Curry is an MVP, a Finals MVP. No, sorry, not Finals. He's a 2-time NBA MVP, 3-time Finals winner. He's not a joke. Of course not. He's a top 10 player in the NBA, but I don't think what you have around him is good enough. He's not a LeBron James. He can't put his team on the back because LeBron James can do basically everything. You can ask him of a basketball player. That's why I don't think the Warriors as a whole will make the playoffs. Now, if Klay Thompson was there, they're a top 3 team, a top 3 team in the West. Now, I don't know if that translates
you go
to
from-
later on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not going to say they're going to be the last seed. I think they'll maybe 9th seed. They'll be in the the play-in playoff or whatever
Bubble.
they want to call it. Yeah, they'll be in that. I just don't think they'll make it. I really
That's a
really
bold prediction.
I really think
that's-
that
I mean,
the Grizzlies are
I don't know.
gonna-
The
are
Grizzlies aren't
surprise
gonna-
people. Ja Morant, that brother
is.
can play. He is really really good.
But he doesn't have help. He does
So
not have
I'll
help.
say this: the last
Uh,
thing you said, Obeyed, about the Warriors, where you said that they will be in the playoff to get into the 7th or 8th seed, that validated everything that you were saying to me. I have them at the 7th seed. I have them going into that play-in tournament and winning and getting through it. But I could see it easily going the other way because I forget how many games it is. It's like 2 or 3 games that define your fate. And if you don't win those 2 or 3 games, you're out.
Yeah.
So I can easily see it going that way. But I think that was a saving grace in your statement because I think they're on the border of making the playoffs and not making the playoffs, and
Right.
it could just be the bounce of a basketball in one of those play-in games.
Now if somehow, I've been wrong before, very few times, but if if the Warriors end up being a top 4 seed, Steph Curry will win MVP.
I don't know about that.
Top 4 seed. I'm saying top 4
I still
seed.
don't know about
If
that.
they end up in the Western Conference with all that talent, with the Doncic, with the LeBrons, with the Leonards, with
He
the
would be a
Damian
candidate.
You
Lillards.
don't think
He would be a
Giannis would
candidate.
win it again? Because I mean, think about it, dude. Milwaukee is absolutely nothing without Giannis, and Giannis will take them to the number 1 seed in the East, like he always does. And
I don't.
this was the debate last summer, right? About
I don't think
the
the
MVP
Bucks will get the-
award being regular
I don't think
season.
the Bucks will not win. Will not be the number 1 seed, in my opinion.
Who do you think is going to be number 1 seed?
I think the team that's most understated, with the best young talent, in my opinion, is the Boston
Celtics.
Celtics. I think they'll be the number 1 seed
What?
next year. Jason
Yeah, I can see
Tatum.
that.
Jason Tatum is an incredible player.
He is, man. But
You have-
you saw what happened in the playoffs. They collapsed and they got into fights with each other in the locker room. That's just a team that is good enough to be in the playoffs, but they're
a
not.
young team.
Yeah,
They're a
but
young team. They're getting better. They have a great coach. They have a good team effort. They have great players, a great bench. They have heart. They have grit. I think they're going to go far in the playoffs. Now, are they my favorites to come out of the East? Probably not. But I think they're going to be much improved. They're going to be much improved, and I think they're going to be the number 1 seed. I don't think they'll make the finals, but they'll be up there. Another team that I'm looking forward to watching is the Atlanta Hawks. I think they're going to be a very, very good and underrated team. There's a lot of firepower on that team, and I do think they're going to be very good. You have Trae Young. Trae Young is a phenomenal scorer. He's a phenomenal scorer. He's going to light it up all the time. But the addition of Rajon Rondo, that's a great addition. He's a grind and grit guy. He's going to show them those young Bucks, not pun intended, not
Those
against
young
the Bucks,
Hawks.
but yeah, young Hawks. There you go. Thanks, man. He's going to show them how to play defense, how to be a professional, how to win tough games. He's going to do that. They added Danilo Gallinari. He's a great 3-point shooter. He can do a lot of things. They also added Clint Capella, who's a great defender and a much needed in their front court. So I think they're going to be a good team. I think they'll sneak into the playoffs as well.
Well,
Interesting.
talking about Rondo.
What's up, Danny?
Well, I said talking about Rondo, he's kind of leading. I don't know if you guys saw the news a couple of minutes ago. They said Rajon Rondo's being sued for shoving a woman in the parking lot. So I don't know if that's
Oh my
good.
God,
I don't know if
dude.
that's the
Alright.
way to lead
Let me-
your team, Obeyed.
Man,
Okay, I'm
it's
lost.
not,
I got him.
Listen,
There you
things
go.
happen,
There you go.
but I'm gonna switch my prediction, and they're not gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah. but going
Was
back to
that a
the,
Woj announcement?
I
Daniel?
know, dude.
Is that
it's a
breaking news?
TMZ announcement, bro. TMZ announcement. It's even bigger than Woj.
It's more like
Nothing
DMZ,
is
man.
bigger
Kill
than
it,
Woj.
Danielle.
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
But I mean, Obeyed, I kind of agree with you on the Celtics. I think they're going to be good. I'll say this. They might be better without Hayward.
Yes,
Because
I think. Oh my God, Michael Jordan,
Because-
the best basketball player alive, is the worst owner and GM ever. I don't understand. How are you paying Gordon Hayward $100+ million? Are you kidding me? He has not proved anything. at the Celtics, he has not made them better. I don't
He's-
understand. The team revolved around Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart. They were better. They're certainly better without a Kyrie, and they're definitely better without Gordon Hayward. And I don't know why Brad Stevens didn't see that. I guess perhaps pressure from Danny Ainge because they paid him so much money. But they're going to be so much better
He
this year.
also coached him in Butler, so he had ties from
Yeah.
there. I think that's the other thing. I think the players might have not been happy with that. I think I read something about that
Perhaps.
last year. So I think losing Gordon Hayward is going to make them better because they'll have their roles. Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker, Tatum. That's a three-headed monster. I think they're all legit. Kemba Walker was also injured last year. I think he's coming back healthy, so I think they're going to be better in terms of that. And I think they're going to come out of the East. They're my favorite to come out of the East. The Bucks.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't
Nice.
think the Bucks. I mean, Giannis is great, but you can lock him down in the playoffs, or it's a half-court game. The Raptors, like I said, I don't trust them. Brooklyn Nets, it's gonna be a drama over there all the time with Kyrie and KD, and not getting along just for small things. Other than that, who else is there?
I'm telling you guys, dude.
Go ahead.
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah. No. My guy, Jimmy Butler,
Jimmy G bucket.
and the
I
Miami
agree.
Heat
I agree.
are going
I
back
agree.
to the finals.
100%.
I don't know about that.
Book it, bro.
100%.
Book it.
100%. Yusuf, we disagree on a lot of things.
Literally
This is-
everything.
Literally everything. I don't know how we're best friends, but we
Yeah.
agree on everything.
I
But I
know.
do agree that Jimmy, I gained so much respect. Not that he needs my respect. He probably doesn't give a crap about me, but nonetheless, Jimmy Butler is a phenomenal player, and the team. Honestly, we don't give enough credit to Eric Spoelstra. He's a great coach.
And I'll be the
Because-
first to admit that. Yeah.
Because we thought this dude is riding the coattails of Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. You know, one of the best duos in NBA history to a couple championship rings. But no, this guy has some coaching grit. He can do it
Yeah.
all. He's a great underrated coach, and I hope he gets the proper recognition that he deserves because I agree with you. I think they will represent the Eastern Conference once again, but I think this time it's going to be against a Boston Celtics team in the conference finals, and it definitely is going to go deep, 7 games. It's a toss-up, but I give the Heat a little bit of an edge, not because of talent, but because of coaching.
Yeah. And grit and hustle, right? Like that's what Jimmy Butler preaches. And I think the biggest thing, dude, that I'm excited about this year too, concerning Jimmy Butler, which is kind of scary, is I don't even think he's at his peak yet, dude. This guy is not just like sustaining the level of play, he's adding on to it and getting better. He dropped like 40 some points in the championship or one of the playoff
40
games or
point
something
triple
like that.
double in the final.
Yeah, dude. And only like LeBron James was the other player that's ever done that. And for Jimmy Butler, who was drafted for his defense and basketball IQ, to have transitioned into this offensive guru in a sense, you know, to be able to take over a game, man, you love to see it, you know, for a guy like that. So
You know, shout out to
Can I
Jimmy
t-
Butler. Shout
yeah,
out to Jimmy Butler
Buckets.
for getting his team over the hump, but also big shout out to Jimmy Butler again for starting a coffee company in the
Yes.
bubble.
That was awesome.
Big Face Coffee. I love it. I can't wait to try it. You know, I'm not saying it because I want to be sponsored by them. You know, I do, but that would be
We
cool.
do accept sponsorships. We should
Yes,
put
we
that
do.
up.
And also,
Yeah,
we
we-
should
we
say,
do.
Jimmy Butler, if you're listening, open invite, bro. Join us.
Open
our
invite to
podcast.
what? Okay, you
Our
have to.
podcast.
Anything.
Yeah.
But can I say something about Jimmy Butler?
No,
the one...
no, we're done with that.
Yeah.
Let me talk.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys.
You kept interrupting me.
All right, sorry.
But Jimmy Butler, the one thing I respect about him is this guy can score 40 points with a triple double, or score 0 points and lose. And I mean, score 40-point triple double, lose, or what's it called?
why we
Have
don't
0
give
points
you
but
time to
win.
talk.
You would prefer.
You want me
You're
to
interrupting
translate
me.
it?
No,
I
that-
got-
that-
You're
know.
interrupting.
Daniel,
No,
I know
but-
exactly what you're talking
No,
about.
but I'm saying this guy does not care about points. He doesn't
Yeah.
care about stats,
Right.
and he actually means it. A lot of players say that, but they actually care. This
Yeah.
guy does not care, and you see that when they play the game. When they were playing in the finals, he was trying to get his team involved, and he doesn't care about scoring unless he needed to to kind of uplift his team. So this guy, what I'm basically saying is, he'd rather score 0 points and win than score a 40-point triple-double and lose. And I can guarantee that. Other players definitely say that, but this guy, I think, lives and preaches it and lives by it. And that's the one thing I definitely, praise him for, because he's genuine in that regard. And he's very direct. And I think that's the one thing with NBA players. Some of them are a little too drama queens over there with Kyrie and KD. Jimmy Butler is a beast.
Yeah.
And he's very direct and open. And that's the only thing he respects. He's like, be honest to me, be transparent to me, and, I'll show you what I got.
Yeah.
And
I also respect that he listens to Taylor Swift, and I respect that so much on a deep level. So that that was a great way to end part 1, guys, and hopefully you guys can catch us on part 2, and we'll be discussing more NBA related topics.